Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Ami. I am a family nurse practitioner. On this channel, I talk a little bit about nursing and mental health. That's one of my passions. I also make videos about hair tutorial. I talk about some financial tips and things that I've learned throughout the way to help me be successful. And in that, I'm also going to be talking about documenting my journey to paying off our student loans, which is a lot of them, and about motherhood. So if this is something that you're interested in, please make sure you subscribe and join the family. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I decided to pursue a doctoral degree over a master's degree. So I do have my doctorate as a nurse practitioner. And for me, one of the things that I was thinking about when I was deciding to go back to school, this stems back from when I was thinking about going to school to become an RN. Okay, for my undergrad, I knew that at that time I wanted to just go to school and get my RN BSN, and I knew that down the line I wanted to further my education, but I didn't want to have some roadblocks where they're going to tell you, oh, you need this class, you need that class, you need this class for you to get into grad school. So for me, I just kind of went straight forward and just do it. I'm all or nothing kind of girl, honestly. So I just kind of went head on. I'm like, I'm just going to get my RN BSN and then forget about it. So that way down the line, if I decided to go back to school, I don't have someone telling me, well, you need to take this class or that class just to get my BSN again before going into my master's or doctoral program. So one of the things that's one of the aspects of it that influenced it. And another thing was that when it comes to a master's degree compared to your doctorate degree, most programs are for master's degree about 18 months to 2 years, or 2-year program, whereas the doctoral degree, at least for my school, the school that I went to, was a 3-year program all year round. So that is the spring, summer, fall. So you're in school the whole time, and it was a full-time program. So I kind of knew what I was getting into and making sure that support system wise we're good. Financially, we didn't really have a lot of money, but I knew that at least I was still able to work PRN or part-time. So I make sure that that part is taken care of. And then my husband was also working. So that part was taken care of. So I knew that overall I'm going to be able to handle it. Well, when I tell you guys, things have life has a way of throwing curveballs, okay? And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, what I meant by that. But for me, I wanted to get a degree, so for your doctoral degree is a terminal degree for nursing, which means that that's the highest degree that you can get when it comes to nursing. And your master's degree is a step below a doctoral program. So one of the main differences between a doctorate degree and a master's degree is one is the length of time that you have to be in school. So of course, the doctoral degree is a lot longer, whereas the master's degree is a lot shorter. Another aspect of it is your clinical hours. So for doctorate degree, you are going to complete less clinical hours, whereas your doctorate degree is more hours. So we ended up doing a total of a little over 1,000 clinical hours, whereas most master's degrees program is about 500. So they cut that in half. So, and then another thing was also a big thing for me was the dissertation. When I tell you guys, that was the one thing that I wasn't prepared for. And for me, when I tell you I suck at writing papers, that's like one of my challenges. And I know that. So for me, it was a big challenge when it comes to writing my dissertation. So for doctoral students or doctorate prepared individuals, you have to your dissertation is pretty much when you come up, it's a research project kind of, and you come up with you look at a need in your field of practice. So for example, in nursing, and then you develop a project around that, and you have to implement the project and you have to evaluate the project. For example, I focused on postpartum depression in a refugee population. So of course I'm a refugee, and I know that mental illness is a major thing in not only refugee population, but a lot of immigrants in general. So that was what my dissertation was about. And then I had to create a project around that, implement it, and then evaluate it. And when I tell you guys, that was a struggle. Like, my writing process is just, it's a lot, but I was able to get through it by the grace of God. And so if anyone is thinking about, okay, English is your second or third language, like for me, it's my third language. So if you're thinking about that might be a roadblock for you, if I can do it, you can do it. Honestly, like I'm not even kidding you. Like if I can get through my dissertation, you can definitely get through it. Okay, it just takes a little bit more perseverance, and you can get through it. You can definitely do it. So those were the major three things when it comes to your doctoral degree compared to your master's. Is one is the length of time that it's going to take you to your clinical hours. So you're going to do more clinical hours for your dissertation, more clinical hours for your doctorate degree, and also when it comes to overall how your dissertation and the clinical hours. Those are the things that you're going to have to figure out if that's the thing for you. Now, do I really regret going for my doctorate degree? Or not. In the beginning, I did. Well, when I was going through school and I had to do my dissertation, I was like, I just did my master's, because you do a project also as a master's degree, when you're going to school for your master's, but it's not as a full-blown project compared to your doctorate. So that was my biggest thing. I was like, I should have just went for my master's, and I don't have to deal with this. And but overall, honestly, I don't regret getting my doctorate degree, and the fact that it's over now. So that alone just makes me I feel more happy. And overall, as a provider, does that make me a better provider over someone that is a master's prepared provider? I don't think that's necessarily the case, and I think it's an individual thing. It depends on how much effort, whether you are getting your master's or your doctorate. It just depends on how much effort you put into your learning process, or you put into your profession, honestly. Of course, getting the more clinical hours does help compared to someone that has lesser clinical hours. And also, a lot of our projects involve like research-based things, so you get to be in that mindset of evidence-based practice. And not to say that as a master's degree that you don't get that as well, but in our program as a doctorate degree, they focus a lot on that. And when you get out of school and you're prescribing medications and formulating a treatment plan, those are things that comes into play. It's like, are you creating a treatment plan that is evidence-based, which is a big thing for healthcare in general. So you want to do things that are evidence-based. So for me, that really helped me. And I absolutely do not regret it. I wouldn't do it again if I had to. But that's pretty much the gist of it. So let me know, comment down below if you are going to school for going back to school to become a nurse practitioner, and you're thinking about, should I do a master's or a doctoral program? Or if you're already in school, what are your challenges that you're facing? Did you have the same issues? Or are you having the same issues that I had when I was going to school with my dissertation? Comment down below. Let me know if you have any more questions or any videos in general that you would like to see on this channel about nursing, mental health, some financial tips and things like that. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this video was helpful. Until next time, guys, take care, be kind to one another, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys.